Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Today I would like to talk to you about born in a negative environment. Born in a negative environment. Being born in a negative environment from parents, critical parents as they call them, or as we can call them, critical parents, whose brain and mindset are all wrapped up in fear, and they haven't dealt with their own pain and with their own suffering from their own parents or from their own family members. And God decided to bless them with a child, a gift of a child. God decided to bless them with a gift of a child who can ease their pain and suffering. But these parents reject God's blessing. They reject God's gift. Instead of receiving that gift with an open heart and an open mind, they reject God's blessing. They reject God's gift and started labeling me as that child or others or anybody that can experience being born in a negative environment. I was labeled as an unseen child or a child who washes their parents' uterus. I was labeled as an unseen child or a child who washes their parents' uterus. But with all this, I grew up. I grew up with no self-worth, no love. Instead of encouragement or love, it was all correction. You don't have to do any wrong. You don't have to make any mistake. It was all about correction. And correction and beating up for any mistake or any wrong you've done. It was all about beating, correction. The correction is all about beating and punishment for any wrongdoing or for anything you've done wrong or for any mistake you make. That was the correction. No encouragement, no love, no nothing. All the correction were beating, punishment. Then as a child, you will forget. Then I do the wrong thing, go over again, do the wrong thing again. Then you get the same punishment and beating up. That's the correction you're going to have. No love, no encouragement. Say, oh, you can try again. Try next time, try again. No, the beating up was the correction for any mistake you will make. But through all this, God placed me in their life and I was rejected by beating me up instead of encouraging me and helping me grow with love and understanding. It was all beating up and so much correction. No encouragement. It's just beating up if you do any wrong thing or any mistake you done. But if you get God, you can't do this on your own. If you get God, all this insecurity that was created in my life, it will give me something like a tongue tie. You are not able to speak the truth, a tongue tie to stop you from speaking the truth. But God break all this stronghold in my life. This insecurity, this tongue tie that was holding me from speaking the truth, or you are unable to speak because your family member is there, your grandma is around, you don't want to, you were not allowed. I was not allowed to ask my parents anything. I was just there. Anything my parents say, yes. Anything family member say is yes. Like how my parents grew up. She was not allowed to ask any question. She just go by anything they said. It was yes, yes, yes. No to nothing. Or why are you doing this? No question asked. Everything you have to say yes and just go along with it and just get by day by day. But God was so strong in my battle. He was so strong that he break all the stronghold. He removed all the tongue tie that was stopping me from speaking or that was not helping me to even speak. God removed it. It still enabled me to speak. It still enabled me to grow up in that insecurity family, in that negative environment. With the grace of God, all the stronghold were broken. All tongue tie were removed. There was a time even I had my family saying, oh, you got a tongue tie. That tongue tie, that stronghold was all removed. God still enabled me to talk. Whichever way I was talking, I was not mute. I was able to speak. And I thank God every day for all what he did. But let's remember, when God says, I will walk you through the fire, you will not get burnt. It might be painful, unbearable, but our God who created the whole universe has indeed placed me in a good soil to grow and prosper me, and I will live and not die. God placed me in a good soil to grow and prosper me. Even though my parents didn't see that, but God indeed placed me in a good soil to grow and prosper me. And he said, I shall live and not die. Even though sickness, the battle come in the form of sickness, the battle come in the form of tongue tie to stop me from speaking, the battle come in the form of holding me back, but God was through all this battle. God said, I shall live and not die, and he placed me in that soil. He said, I will prosper and succeed. And indeed, God is leading me through each step of the way, and I thank him every day. Let's reflect back and see how the wildflower grow in the field. Because this one resonates so much with me. Let's see how the wildflowers grow in the field, in the bushes, the grass, the wildflower, how they grow. With no one to do anything to these wildflowers. But God does his miraculous work, and these flowers flourish regardless of anyone's attention. With no one to do anything for the wildflowers in the jungle, in the bushes, in the field. Regardless of that, God does his miraculous work. And this flower, they grow and flourish indeed. So this resonates so much with me. Even though the punishment, the beating, the no love, no correction, but God helped me to grow indeed. And is indeed leading me through each day and every day. And as he says, I shall live and not die. I'm living. I'm here. He wake me up this morning. I glorify God. So I thank God for everything. I believe as I am growing older and as this the wildflower resonates with my life while I was growing up, my whole life, my focus has been God's miraculous hand in my life. My focus has been God's miraculous hand in my life, leading me day by day for myself, for my children, for my family, leading me day by day. So I will ever remain to glorify the greatness of God in my life, in my generation, in my family life. I will ever remain to glorify the goodness of God in my life, in my children, in my family life. I will ever remain to glorify the goodness of God. Even at this present moment, I am growing up older. I am getting older. God's direction and protection is my key of how I handle lives and situation, of how I handle my life and my situation, the life of my own life, my family life, my children's life, their own children coming generation on generation. My key is God's direction and protection is my key of how I handle life. The defining moments when I had a clear voice in my heart or a clear voice in my head saying, you have had enough. You have seen enough. It's time to just turn your face more to God. It's time to just believe and hold on to God more. The defining moments when I hear the clear voice in my heart saying, you have had enough. You have seen enough. It's time to just believe and hold on more to God. My family erupted. They said, God, God, God. How do you know God more than us? How do you know God more than us? God, God, God. How do you know God more than us? I recall that moment. It seems just like yesterday, a few minutes ago, a few months ago, but it was a while ago when they says to me, God, 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 how do you know God more than us? I recall that moment. This is like a form of prayer that I want to say before I finish this one. Jesus, please shine your vibrant light of love in and through my life. Jesus, please shine your vibrant light of love in and through others' life, my life, others' life, so we can all give honor to the Father and encourage others to put their trust in you, God. Please, Jesus, shine your vibrant light of love in my life and through my life so I can give honor to the Father and encourage others to put their trust in you, God. God says in Psalm 27, when your father and mother forsake you, then the Lord will take you up. When your father and mother forsake me, forsake you, forsake others, then the Lord will take us up. So Psalm 27 is telling us, when your father and mother forsake you, then the Lord will take you up. Teach me the way, O Lord. Teach me your ways, O Lord, and lead me in your plain path. Teach me your ways, O Lord, and lead me in your plain path. That's what it says in Psalm 27. When your father and mother forsake you, then the Lord will take you up. Teach me your ways, O Lord, and lead me in your plain path. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope you like this video. Enjoy watching. Thank you. Bye for now. Stay blessed.